Hi, stinkers. What are you doing? Saved seeds two different ways I saved seeds two different ways this year. One, I put them in this little strainer thing that I have, a little wire mesh strainer, and let them dry out. They get a little bit of ickiness on them, but that stuff just kind of comes right off. So then they were easier to get out of that thing. The other method I tried, the old school method, works. However, getting them out of here is kind of a pain because the tissue sticks right to them. It still works though, and they're still viable. These are how I saved my seeds from last year, so I don't have to buy any more of these ones. I think I'm going to go with the other ones for now. I might try to fiddle with these later when I'm bored. And then store them for another year. For now, we're going to go with these. One thing I forgot in the last two trays, which is actually kind of cool because now I can make this an experiment. This is a mycorrhiza. It's also got a few other things it's supposed to help plants boost. I did it last year. I didn't really see what the difference would be, to be honest. But I also didn't try an experiment. So I have two trays without this, and I'm going to have one tray with this of tomatoes. So we'll see how much of a difference it makes. I remember seeing it working though. Just a quick tap where my seeds go. Since I'm using these things again this year, which honestly I loved last year, to be honest, it made garden cleanup a lot easier because I just grabbed the bag and pulled it up. Unfortunately, I didn't get to show you guys that because the footage got corrupted yet again. Okay, so you just tap a little bit in there, put your seeds in, water it, and they'll come to life. So as the seeds start sprouting, basically this will help give nutrients to the seeds and help the seeds absorb more nutrients. In return, the seeds will give the fungus or the mycorrhiza sugars to survive. So it's really a good beneficial for both of them, or beneficial partnership for both of them. I'm putting a lot of seeds in each one just because I can. To be honest, these have really good germination rates. A lot of it is so that I can pick out the best version of them. So when you have a few that you can pick from, you can thin out and pick out only the strongest, which is very beneficial for everybody involved. Can't remember if I did that one or not. Okay, so I have a lot of extras, and these will just go in my little freezer bin as soon as I get them all cleaned off and looking good. And I do it with dry soil for a reason. It's so that I can douse the heck out of these things without overwatering them. And then I just take and douse them. This is mostly in the top, but it's really going to drench in this for the seeds. So the seeds are really going to get a good kickstart because they're going to get all that extra water. It's kind of like soaking them. So that is it for the micro isnt tomatoes. Now the bottom are still wet or dry. So what I am going to do is be adding some water into the bottom here. This is how it's going to go for all of the trays. And I am using some home distilled water for my seedlings because there's plenty of nutrients inside the soil for the water to pick up. And because I don't want to, first thing in life I don't want to do is give it chlorinized water. So I go ahead and distill a bunch of water before planting. And I have tons of it downstairs. So that is that. This is for the tomatoes. I'll go ahead and get the rest of these planted and come back and show you what I got. You don't need to watch it all. That'd be boring. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, to be honest with you. They get them all planted. So for the, I was missing a few seeds. So this year, a lot of the seeds I got are from Baker Creek. I hear they're really good. This is the first year I'm ever going to try them. I think I only actually planted today one of the items from here. But I did plant some of the flowers that I also got, because I got like a mix between flowers and a lot of beans, believe it or not. Lots of different beans. So that happened. But if you definitely want to check out Baker Creek, they're not sponsoring me. I'll let you know how they come out, but you're definitely able to do that. It's rareseeds.com, I believe. Yep, rareseeds.com. And you can check out their catalog. They look like they have some really great stuff, and it's, this is, right here is actually one of the things that we're growing this year, which is a carrot radish. Dusty likes to walk around and eat radishes, just plain radishes. So I decided to at least get the ones that look like carrots. So people don't think he's walking around eating a radish. To each their own. So let me, sorry for the mess. It is a huge mess because I made a mess. So pardon the mess. But we'll go ahead and get to showing you what we have going on this year and the new little seat thing, and I'll kind of show you around it better. Okay, here we are. Much better. Okay, so one cool thing about this is that it's all covered in plastic. It does get the sunlight, and sometimes the cats like to hang out down there. I have a seed mat that's going to actually be under the jalapeno and radishes. One of the radishes. Or is that all the radish? Zipper. And here is one little feature that was an accident, but a happy accident. Is it's actually right in front of a heater vent. And before anybody gives me some sort of lecture about how you're not supposed to put things in front of a heater vent, my cats sleep on this thing. Like, a couple of my cats, the boys, Knight and Sinatra, they religiously sleep on top of the vents. So if it got hot enough, they wouldn't do that. So obviously they don't get hot enough. And I haven't had an issue in months, in the month that it's been up. So that's not a problem. So this thing shoots air into here. And with this being as tight as it is, it goes up, it'll actually poof out here. And it'll actually heat the entire thing. So this keeps it nice and hot, which is good because our house actually stays around 68 to 70 at most. To be honest, even that is hot. I don't like heat. I can't sleep like that. But Doxy sleeps in the basement, and it's even colder down there, which is why I should be in the basement. But neither one of us want to move all of my bedroom stuff down to the basement. So here's what I have. These are a bunch of different flowers. I'll try to go over what they all are. I'm pretty sure I already recorded a video that shows all the different flowers. A lot of them are medicinal. Some of them are just really pretty. Because they're pretty. Do I need to say anything more? Come on Okay, so here I have some rhubarb in the back. So it's this row and those two, that's rhubarb. I should probably angle that better, huh? Here we go. So there's the rhubarb. That's much better. There's the rhubarb. And this is rosemary. I'm hoping I'm not going to have any issues with this year. I usually do. And these are really dry underneath. I got the top parts wet, but the bottoms are still pretty dry. So I'm actually going to fill these trays with water and let them just soak in. Because I want the first 24 hours for them to be drenched. After that, I'll let the heat kind of kill it. Alright. So in this one, I have black bell peppers and Cajun bell peppers. I have paprika and cayenne in this tray. This is chives and dill. Wow, camera's gone wild. I'm gonna go ahead and close it for now. This one is celery, oregano. So I have a lot of celery going up. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing so much celery. We have oregano here, cumin. This is also cumin, and those two are cumin. And then 3 basils here. And it looks like 5 basils there. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Radishes, I have, looks like 10. I'm missing some. I guess there's 10. Thought there was more. Oh, here they are. Another 5. So 15, 16. 16 radishes. Okay. Yeah, they're kind of up and down and mixed around a little bit. I have tomatoes up here. I'm doing 45, which I only meant to actually do 40, but they're planted, so I'm gonna have to deal with it. Oh well. Okay. I have a whole tray here of Anaheims. I think there's, yeah, and then the last of the Anaheims are down here with sugar beets. And I did grow these last year. They did turn out really good. I have yet to actually process them, and that's something I probably should do. I might just put them back in the good soil this year and see if I get seed. So I think there are a lot of carrots where they don't seed until the second year. I think. I'm gonna have to look that up. Anyways, there's some parsley, jalapenos. Here's the other radishes. I guess I kind of mix up the tray on this one. And more jalapenos. This one's on a heat mat, which you really can't see here in any way. But this one's on a heat mat. The other ones don't, but they really don't even need it. I probably won't even use the heat mat at all, to be honest with you. Because I don't think I need it. So, then we have the 4 grow lights for each one, and they have their own timers. These are set to 8 hours now instead of 12. And then another 4 here. And they do have the red and the blue, but they're set up for a natural light, so they're not that purple, which used to bug the crap out of me. So we're not doing that at all. Yep, and then right here I have some spinach because I'm gonna try to do some colder crops with this once these go in the ground, which will be easy enough to do because that vent also shoots out cold air in the summer. So cold crops will get the air conditioner. So there's that. And then up here, these are artichokes. I'm really terrible at these angles. These are artichokes. I don't really need to label them because I'm not doing any other seeds in that particular department. So that is what I have going on here in the seed vault for the seeds here. So mostly the vegetables I need to get started early, and the flowers I need to get started early. They're already starting to come up, at least the marigold, and I can't remember which other one it was, but there's 2 coming up already, and I only planted those like 2 days ago. So, but these lights work really good, if you tell by my tree, who's been very happy with the natural daylight kind of seeds. And then I've shown this yet, but this is... That is our latest development and where these are going to go. And I'm going to do a full video on how the soil is going to be done because I'm doing something unique this year. And it's actually not something bad to even do. A lot of people are known to do this a lot because doing raised beds, you don't always want to try to buy a bunch of soil or make a bunch of things. So I'm kind of doing layers, but I'm not doing full on lasagna layering. Kind of am, but kind of not. The wheat is already planted. The garlic and onions, yeah, chives and dill. Okay, sorry, brain freeze. So I'm gonna go ahead and come through, and I'm going to fill these trays up and let the water soak into these. That way they start off really, really strong. It doesn't take very long for this thing to actually dry out the soil, so it's actually really good to douse it now, let the seeds germinate, and then it'll be a lot easier to kind of manage the seed situation, because they've already been germinated and they don't hold the water very well at all, so it'll come in handy quite a bit. So gonna go ahead and get that done now. So these are the flowers that got planted a couple days before all the others, and as you can see, a lot of them are coming up. So let me just show you what I have here. This row should be salsify. I didn't mark it. I'm pretty sure I planted them, but Lord knows me, I'm forgetful lately. So this is one of the ones I got from, let's turn you over this way. No. This is one of the ones I got from Baker Seed Company, which is rareseeds.com. This is a balloon flower. This is one I already had. Nope, I think this is also... Not everything's coming up yet. The lace flower is also from there. The viola is also from Baker Seed. A lot of these actually are. The yarrow, the borage. The mullein, I don't remember if that was there or not. Valerian is definitely new this year. I've never grown that. Echinacea I had, but I'm not sure how viable the seeds are. They were in my little storage bin, which is kept in the freezer to help keep them viable, and they only come out during planting and then they go right back in. Chamomile, which was also kept in the freezer, and it's got little tiny ones coming up here already. And this is day 4 since I planted them. Let's see if I can get that. Oh, that poor little guy. There he goes. I try not to do that. Like this marigold's got the thing stuck to it. I tried not to, but it happens. This year my giant poppies haven't come up yet, but one of my California poppies has. And then I just have a bunch of various poppy seeds that I plant in here, because I think poppies are beautiful, and I am from California originally, so there's that. Pink dandelion is what I'm excited about this year. I did save some dandelion seeds from some of the dandelions in my yard, but I really want to try this pink one just because I just want to add more color to them. And I do like to save all the dandelions I can, so I will pull them up mostly to save the roots, and I do have some freeze-dried dandelion root. So that's a new one here. Lavender, this was for my collection, and it's... I thought I saw some coming up. The hibiscus is coming up. I'm really excited to get these ones going this year. I kind of neglected my flower tray last year. I'm not going to do that this year, especially since we spent so much money on a lot of the seeds that are in this. The borage is already coming up here, as you can see. They look pretty good, I think. You'll have to excuse me. I have a certain monkey behind me who's in a very... She chooses violence today. So she chooses violence every day. Hi, monkey. Oops. Hi, monkey. Hi, monkey. You gonna say hi? You monkey. And there's a stinker who's already looking to poop in some more seeds. Hey! Quit it. You have to forgive the amount of cat toys and the mess that they leave all over my floor. Anyway, so I had a tray cover on this, but it's This one's already overgrowing it, so I'm just going to leave it off now. This thing is well heated. The heater's already going. And so I can feel the... Oh, I did plant rhubarb. I am so silly. I've had it for a couple of days, so I did plant some rhubarb. Not that I even like rhubarb, but I do make a really good rhubarb jam. Some blueberries and some rhubarb. And you've seen the drinks I make. Okay, so... pink dandelion, hibiscus, lavender, which I hope comes up because I don't have to buy it again this year. It's kind of spendy. And my marigolds. I did actually buy some a certain marigold variety from Baker Seed as well. I really should have gone over all the seeds I got from them, but I did not. I can still do that though. One of my chamomiles is coming out, which makes me happy. A lot of these the mullein is coming up. Little tiny things. So I don't remember which one it was, but I have a mix of my own. I don't know if this is the Baker Seed and that's my mix or what. I'm not sure. It's just kind of weird that some of these are just not coming up at all, while other ones are just taking off. Because my marigolds are just in a big mix. I think a lot of them were actually seeds that I took from my marigolds this year. Which means I'm going to have hybrids of both the really tall one and the short ones. And they're different colors, which I'm going to find fascinating. So, definitely happy about that. I've never grown borage. But it's in my list of medicinal medicines. So I'm trying to get more medicinals in the ground and growing and stockpiled. For whatever reason I might need them. And I'm really excited at the germination rate of a lot of the Baker Seeds. For the balloon flower still has yet, but you know, not everything has like a 2-4 day germination rate, so I'm not counting them out just yet. But they're coming up really great. Really, really great. Monkey. What are you doing, Sage? I got them sticks to chew on because I like to chew on everything, and they still chew on everything. That's how it goes. And valerian already has, well, it looks like 2 coming up. Although they don't look the same, which is kind of weird. That might be something else, who knows. Also, I'm to be recording this on my new S25. My boyfriend is so gracious to get for me. Kind of, I have to help make the payments, but I'm happy about that. I've been on the S20 for 5 years. Anyways, so I'm going to at least have a California poppy. Which in California, it's illegal to pick. I'm not in California, and I planted it myself, so I'm going to pick it. I give a shit. Yeah, see some valerian coming up here. And I know valerian root's supposed to be really good for helping with sleep. So I really wanted to get some of that. I know if you do a mix of marigold and chamomile, that'll knock you out pretty good. So when I did a lot of the mycorrhiza. You can actually see it right there, starting to kind of attack. These ones I forgot to do early, so I put it over it. So it's actually coming up over it, and you can see the mycelium of it kind of weaving around like a spider web. It's kind of cool. Eventually it'll kind of die down and just stick to the roots. But it's just really kind of cool to see. So so those are already activated and starting to work. So now they just need the plant roots and everything. So this should be a very healthy plant going forward. So hopefully, because I really want to grow hibiscus this year. And I have a few different varieties, and I just mixed up all the seeds because who doesn't love Christmas, right? Oh, I have one dianthus coming in right there. That is an adorable little seedling right there. So I mainly just brought this out so I could add some water to the tray. And I wanted to get you guys, I didn't show this before, but these are these coming up here. So, there's that.